We are here. And by we, I mean just me. Punctual. I'm the only one here that is punctual. Oh. Well, I forgot to turn the thing that I'm reading chat off of that, of course. So, of course, I can't get the slideshow up. Okay, here we go. First topic was Batsy's, and his was, what was his topic again? His was how fun it is to work it. Bats! You idiot! If you knew you were going to be late, why do something that's relevant to only you? Okay. Next slide. This isn't the topic. I can talk about myself. Okay. He's back.
Okay, I'm here. I'm here. It took me forever to find a pencil.
You're a minute late.
Yeah, but my notepad.
A minute late.
I had my notepad in my room with my notes. But I couldn't find a pencil for taking like extra notes. Okay, hey, but I'm not the last one.
You're not. We've already had to skip over Tim's topic. It's been only a minute and we've already skipped this topic.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Because
so wait, are we going straight into my topic then?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
You're the one who did the research for this one. I tried, but I couldn't make any sense of it.
Okay. I was going to try to watch the podcast live, but I don't have time to look that up. Okay. So, my topic is, and this is going to, be thoughts, and I'm going to go into the history of my topic a little bit. What can the cereal industry do to engage the modern audience? Now, this is an interesting topic because, cereal actually started as granola. It started as granola, but it was basically just it was a bland dish. Yes.
Was it started by a company like Quaker Oats? Like someone who was a Quaker?
No, Quaker didn't start cereal. They kind of like I think it was Quaker and another.
I mean, making the bar.
The founder of Quaker kind of like stole the cereal recipe from some other guy in mental hospital. He stole the idea of cereal from a guy who was like running a mental hospital, and his idea was to make a dish so plain that he just wanted to make the most plain dish ever. So he had like dried up oats, like sit in milk overnight, and here's 10. But he had like dried up oats and stuff sit in milk like overnight, and it was you try to make like the most plain dish imaginable. It was supposed to help with like getting rid of temptations or something. Like it's supposed to make you more moral somehow to have the most plain dish ever. But then whoever made, I think it was the guy who made, it was either the guy who made Quaker, or I think it was the guy who made like the Quaker Oats company. He was like, you know what? I like that idea. So he snatched it, right? He stole the idea for cereal, and then, you get Kellogg and all of them, and now they made it an important start to every breakfast. And Tim's here. I started talking about my topic. I know Tim has a limited time, so should we continue on with his or skip his for this week?
We can go back on his. So his was the Dunkin one. So there's the donuts.
Yeah, this was the Dunkin one, which I did no research for.
How do you do research for that?
Without working at Dunkin.
There's ways.
Yeah, like working at Dunkin, which neither me or Amos do.
True.
So tell us, Tim, what is so great about working at Dunkin?
Well, what's so great? There's probably a lot of things. You get free donuts, free coffee, pretty much as many as you want. There's some not so fun parts about the job. That's like the sandwich station, all that. Basically, you have to you cook all this stuff. You have to prepare the sandwich, you have to package it, put it in a bag, and sometimes people order like 5 sandwiches or 6 or hash browns or a bunch of crazy stuff. Well, what makes it fun? I'm trying to think. Well, probably, yeah, probably partially making the copies is the fun part because you get to customize things sometimes depending on what the guest orders. And I'll tell you something interesting. So you wanna hear a story?
Oh, sure, why not?
So we got a new POS system that is a little bit more complicated than the one we had before. I bet you don't even know what POS is. Do you know?
I know of a POS system, but I don't know if it's the same system, the same abbreviation for the same system.
What does POS stand for?
What does it stand for in the Dunkin' context?
Point of sale.
Oh, yeah, I was thinking something.
So now there's a lot of new things you can do, but there's a bunch of stuff that moved around and it's all complicated. We got it installed yesterday and the day went horrible because we had to close drive-thru for like an hour. We had to take orders from the drive-thru, ring stuff up front, and try to learn and work your way around it.
I hate to interrupt, but Tim going like this, I think he's got his laptop on his lap, and the whole laptop's moving with him, and that's kind of funny.
It is a laptop, so this is meant to be on the lap. That could be the next topic for next week. How should you properly use a laptop?
Well, there are many things you can do. Well, you just went to a 180, but okay.
Yes,
well,
for next week, that'll be next week's topics.
Okay. So now, ironically, one of the things that can be difficult I can't speak. My brain is not awake. But one of the difficult parts is dealing with difficult customers. Do you have any stories, Matthew, about that?
Working at McDonald's, there was a few times where the customer's like, "Hey, I want a iced coffee," and then I'm like, "Here you go. Here's the iced coffee in the way that we always make it," and they're like, "No, that's not iced coffee. That's milk with a little bit of coffee." And it's my story about coffee at McDonald's.
Interesting. Well, let me try to think
like
of an
almost every other time.
Let me try to think of an interesting story because I got quite a few in my head. I got one. Okay, so there's this one customer who came through the drive-thru and ordered a grilled cheese melt, and it's advertised that it was grilled, but she came in and started to complain about it because she said this is not grilled. That's I forget the entirety of what she said, but basically she was giving my manager a hard time about it, and she was like, that's false advertising because this isn't grilled. I'm like, she was just complaining to us about something that's on the menu, of which we don't even control. That's what corporate does. So if you want to complain to corporate and not us, because we can't really do anything about that. And I mean, what the grilled ham and cheese melt is 2 pieces of sourdough, 3 pieces of cheese. Do you like sourdough bread, Amos?
No.
No? Okay. Well, you can get it on different... That was a very straightforward answer. But you can get it on a bagel, you can get it on a croissant, you can get it on an English muffin, and basically any type of bread that we have, you can get it on. But it's 2 pieces of wet cheddar cheese and then 1 piece of American. And it's like you slap it on top, and then you cook it in the oven, and it comes out all. It's basically super milk in a sense. So, I mean, and yeah, I see my laptop moving again.
That is really distracting me.
Hey, I'm Tim.
Am I using the right microphone?
I think so. I can hear you just fine.
No, but is it like because I'm using a different microphone on the podcast than I'm supposed to be from Discord to the thing.
I see. Well, you know
So-
what one I'm using.
So basically, what I gathered from this is Tim loves angry customers and the free donuts.
Yes,
Nice.
everyone go be
That's what-
angry at
that's what
Dunkin.
he loves about working at Dunkin.
Don't actually do
The
what I
angry
say.
customers.
That is one of. I didn't even hear what you said, Amos. 'Cause Matt
Oh,
was
I
talking
said
at the
I
same
said
time.
everyone go in and be angry at Dunkin all the time now, and I said don't actually do that because
Believe me, I have. Do you wanna hear another story?
About how much you love Dunkin? Like your topic?
Well, no, not that. Just about people complaining about it.
Sure.
Because I have many of those too. Okay, so on the receipts, there's these things that like you fill out a survey, and it's like you get a free donut if you do it. And there have been some reviews where it's just sometimes people complain about things that happen to their order, but also there's just sometimes the stupidest things on them. And I can't. I'm trying to recollect like what one of the stupidest things was, but basically they complain about like something that was wrong or gave us a score based on either customer service or their order and everything like that. And I forget what it varies from, whether it's like a 1 to 10 scale or something like that. But every time I see them, I read them, and they're always like. Apparently, there's this one time where there was one of the employees that I kid you not, who claimed to be the manager when they were not, and a whole story goes behind it. This was on Facebook. Somebody complained about that, and it kind of escalated to a situation, and it's like,
were you
why they
fired?
did that? No. Were you fired?
No, I quit.
Did you?
Okay, cool.
Well, kind of. I'm like, hey, I'm moving in like a couple of weeks, like a month, so I can't work here for too much longer. I'm like, understandable.
Fair enough.
I get a comeback for the summer, so I'm still in the system. Which means I might still get a 30% discount on the McDonald's app. I don't know yet. I'll have to test that. But anyway,
You sneaky little.
that was the
Well,
main reason why I was like,
You're
Wisconsin,
lucky
I might be able to get a
because
50%
my discount is only like 5%.
I don't get any discount. I don't get a discount on stamps.
that is like a one-time thing though, so it's like once a day. But if you're getting McDonald's more than once a day, you're ordering too much McDonald's.
Why do you
And
guys
sometimes this happened once, but I went to one chain of like McDonald's, and because I was at Six Flags, and then I used the 30% discount, and then I went to a different chain, and I was able to use the same code. I was just curious if it would work. Did.
You sneaky little.
so-
I see your game.
Was this when you went? Was this when you went
Six
to
Flags?
Six Flags like a couple
Yeah.
weeks ago or a month ago or
Because
whatever? I don't know.
I wanted them to punch in a meal, and then they didn't actually wind up punching in a meal. They just wound up punching like just the sandwich. So I wound up getting like, I don't think I got fries. I got something. I think it was like a drink, and I think I got chicken nuggets or something. Anyway, but I was able to get 30% off of that as well. So, you know, I'm hoping to keep that discount because I need to save money when in college.
Two of the people in chat wondering what I'm doing. I'm trying to make it so that my wall isn't the background because that's also distracting me. Just
Okay.
Well, I mean, you see me, just plain old wood wall.
Is there a link to the? There's. Looks like there's not.
Are you trying to go to the stream or something?
Yeah, I want to see the stream. No, that's the YouTube video. Where's the? Is there a link to the stream?
on the Rising Diamonds Discord, there should be. I think I've almost gotten it.
Okay, here we go.
Dang it!
Thank you.
That didn't work. If I stand behind here...
Wow, part of Tip's face is,
That's just headphones.
Is that my headphones?
Yeah.
It's your headphones, but it's also part of your face back there.
Well, I did notice a little pixelation. I don't know what that is, but that's the
That's the
lighting.
chroma key not working.
Chroma key not working?
I needed you guys in a call sooner so that I can try to get it right for everyone. I got it right for Matthew.
I was here on time, video-wise. Just not necessarily. I may have been a minute late to the actual stream.
Well, I have a valid excuse because I told you my family is here, and they tend to be left
Yeah, that's
out.
convenient timing. I must say.
Anyways.
So how much time are we going to spend on topic? Because it's been 17 minutes.
It has.
Has it been 17 minutes?
Well,
17 minutes.
I feel
I
like...
think I want to talk about Dunkin.
I have the serial image pulled up.
The question is, how do you feel about Dunkin, Matthew? I'm pointing right below my head because that's where you are. Did I say my head?
Yes. You point.
I'm sorry. I'm also mentally exhausted because today was a crazy day.
Today was the first kind of almost reasonable day I've had all week.
Wait a minute.
Round of applause for Amos.
It wasn't
this, right?
the air conditioning at the in the Brattleboro post office is broken at the moment.
But also, yeah, I'm partnered with this company right here.
Yeah, you're partnered with the Rising Diamonds as a whole, isn't? Get out of here!
Get that advertisement out of here.
Get that yeah.
I found a way to pull up the stream on one side and the video on the other. So I'm basically a genius now.
But so the video in Discord and then the... Yeah, that's easy. You just have 2 tabs open side by side.
Yeah, I know it's easy, but I did it.
I could literally do that in 2 seconds.
I don't even
need to worry about that.
I don't even have the Discord call open. Like it's minimized off to the side, just so that I can see. I have Streamlabs on one part, and the Twitch channel on the other part.
Well, that makes sense.
So Tim, you asked me how I feel about working at McDonald's. Now, I wouldn't call not McDonald's. You said Dunkin. At Dunkin.
My
how
favorite
part
about
working at Dunkin. Well, see, here's the thing. I've never worked at Dunkin.
That's my favorite part too.
True.
All I
but
care
my
about
question,
is donuts.
my question was in the context of asking what is your opinion of the actual company rather than working there. But I mean, that works too.
Well, you see, as a company, they're kind of the company I worked for is rival. In some degree. So, especially since there's 2 of them on the street, there's only one McDonald's that I worked at on my street.
Well, you got another one across the town on the other side.
I like their frozen coffees, and I like the bagel bites. Those are pretty good.
The bagel McGee's.
Donuts are okay, but there's an Adam's Donuts on the street, like on the same street as the Dunkin', so I prefer the Adam's Donuts.
Well,
Or Food
obviously.
City.
Food City.
Food City and Adams Donuts, they have
Are
better-
you?
they have
Wait,
better
wait, wait. You're telling me Dunkin' Donuts has bagel bites?
Yes.
Yeah.
How did I not know about that?
with cream cheese in the middle.
Probably
really good.
because I haven't said anything.
You!
They've been on the menu for like, I don't know, 8 months
really
now
long
or
time.
so. Very long time.
I don't go to Dunkin'
Try
that
to when you were new
often,
and
nor
you
do
were
I
good
read the menu. I look at what's
Well, yeah,
right in front of
there's-
me.
There's two options. There's either the
They were
plain
right in
bagel
front of
minis or the everything bagel minis. Although in fact
Okay.
I did also portion
you're-
those this afternoon, so that was fun.
So in my opinion, if you're going for like a normal bagel, like the full bagel, go for like the plain bagel with cream cheese. But if you're going for the bagel bites, go for the everything bagel bites. That's my opinion. Best way to go. about it.
Yes, they are tasty, but do you know how much of a pain they are to make? Probably not.
Do you know how much of a pain my pork nuggets are to make?
Quarter pounders.
They're worth it.
Wait, what are worth it?
My
Oh,
pork nuggets.
Oh yes, yes.
Though-
And can we make those for a live stream one of these days so I can so I have an excuse to eat them?
Yes! We do a special Rising Diamonds live stream where it's not going to be a part of the podcast. I do want to
Eat
clarify,
pork
it will
nuggets.
not be the podcast, but we will definitely do that at some point.
Eat pork nuggets at your house or something?
No, we're going to make them.
Oh, we're gonna make them?
We're going to make them.
Oh, okay.
Egg pork nuggets.
Interesting idea.
I have no idea
Genius
what this
idea.
is. Just 22.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that's the chip I tried to plant on you. That's the 20-second chip.
I have another sandwich making story if you want to
There's
hear.
another one that's 21, and then another one over here that's 1. It
Oh,
goes
so
from,
you found the third one.
from 22 all the way down to 1.
Why'd you down to one?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I tried to like put a tracker on you or whatever, and it didn't really work out.
You know what? This is unrelated to the podcast, but you know what we haven't played in a while? Catan, and I have a craving for it. It's so much fun.
We can do that, but
Oh!
Amos also has a new game that he wants us to play.
It's sadly only 2-player game. I need to buy an expansion, and then once I buy the expansion, I have to it has to become a 6-player game. So either I'm going to need to find more people.
What
you
game
did
is
2 or
it?
6. You can't just add another person with the expansion.
What game is it?
Do I have the box? I'm gonna go grab the box. I will say I am currently playing with one of the things from one of the expansions, but
Yeah,
I'm gonna go grab the box.
Yes, you
Okay,
go
Amos
grab
is
that
gone.
box.
Okay, so now that Amos is gone, let's talk.
Did you
about-
know that he smells?
Yeah, and yes, this beard looks like a leprechaun. It's pretty crazy.
Oh, hey, Miss didn't
No.
see
So
there.
I
I'm
want to
sorry.
tell you a story about. Oh no, Amos is back. Stop talking about it.
Star Wars
Oh, wow,
Armada? Huh.
The expansion makes it into a Dungeons and Dragons game with spaceships.
Huh.
Ooh,
The
Interesting.
that's actually very interesting.
the base game is you versus another player, and you each build up your own fleet by buying your own chips. And I've decided,
Expansion?
yeah. So
Well, what's the expansion?
the expansion is this bad boy right here, the Chimera.
That's the entire expansion.
Well, it comes with the most useful things of all, which there's apparently a whole thing that's just dedicated to these. Upgrade cards. This one's my favorite.
That's what you were showing earlier.
I was trying to use it to actually try to fix my background here, but
Oh,
because it worked when you weren't here, but for some reason it's not working now. Or this one, Darth Vader, which is surprisingly cheap. It's only worth 3 points.
It's only worth 3 points?
Darth Vader's only worth 3 points.
Interesting.
This random Mandalorian ship is worth more. That is worth
10,000 points?
not 10,000. It's like 70 something, I believe.
So,
Oh, Nate's the one watching. Nate's watching our podcast. Hey, Nate. I just realized I looked at the chat.
the chat.
I forgot to subscribe to our channel for this one. We need to do something sometime. Anyway, back to the topics. Are we done with Dunkin'?
We're now on the cereal one.
Now on to cereal. Okay, as I said before, it started off as like this old guy who runs some sort of mental ward thing, right? And he wanted to make the most like plain food ever for some reason. And for some reason he thought that would help with like getting people to be more moral and getting them off of alcohol or something like that. And I may or may not be incorrectly saying the story. There's probably a lot more details into how and why the person did what he did. Anyway.
Whoa, no! I fell back in my chair. It did.
I fell back in the chair.
It went snap and I went back.
Let's see.
I need help.
Congratulations.
GG.
Okay, I'm reaching. Grab my hand. Okay, there, we're good.
Me going like this worked. That actually brought.
I was watching the replay. I didn't notice it before.
It looks so dumb.
Anyway, the founder of Quaker, I think, he was like, you know what? This could be something someday. So, wait, I'm trying to remember. Or Kellogg is a completely different company than Quaker, right?
Pepsi owns Quaker.
Yes.
Wait, what? So
Pepsi. The Pepsi company owns
Pepsi
Quaker.
owns Quaker.
Yep.
And then Kellogg is its own thing.
Yep.
I don't know why, but I got a song in my head
Okay,
now. 'cause
so
you're
never mind.
talking
I think it was the
cereal.
guy who invented, the guy who came up with Quaker. He's the guy who stole the idea for cereal. And so lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, he came up with cornflakes somehow. And it was just like a plain. It was basically the same concept as like the granola, but it was cornflakes. But in 1909, Kellogg decided to start marketing towards stay-at-home moms and children. So they put a book in their cereal. This is the first prize you can get in a cereal box. It was called The Funny Jungle Land. The Funny Jungle Land Motion Picture Book. That was the name of the first book that Kellogg put. The name of the first prize even that they put in their cereal. And so at this point we can see the cereal trying to the cereal industry kind of trying to engage their audience or their customers, and what really started selling cereal is when they came up with the phrase an important part of your daily breakfast. Now, the reason why that was important is because it wasn't saying it didn't say anything about the nutritional value of the cereal, right? It simply said this is a good part of your breakfast. It's, like saying, hey, here's food, eat it. Um, so, and it was part of it because it was like grains, I guess. So I guess if you have cereal and eggs, that's a balanced breakfast. But because of that, they were able to make it look like that cereal was both healthy and important when it kind of really wasn't. But everyone loved it, and now it is, or I don't know about today, but in its peak, it was one of like the biggest industries for a while. I don't have the dates on that, but for a while it was one of the
milk and cereal and milk, cereal and milk. That song's in my head for some reason.
So things really started to pick up pace in 1932, right? When Snap, Crackle, and Pop were the first like mascots on like a cereal box. So it is debated for some reason that Tony the Tiger was first, that he made his first appearance in 1952. So
gotta go to Peter's name.
Okay.
I have no idea.
Something about Peter's name.
I heard "gotta go," and then
I heard Peter's name.
I heard "gotta go."
I don't know how we heard that. That's probably what it was.
Gotta go,
Anyway.
Peter's name.
So clearly, he didn't care about about the cereal. Anyway, so Tony the Tiger, he was another big mascot. He came out in 1952. And for some reason, people were saying that he was the first mascot when Snap, Crackle, and Pop. Snap, Crackle, and Pop came out in 1932 or 1933. The numbers are also unclear on that from my limited research. And now here's where it gets real interesting, right? In 1975, the Federal Trade Organization. Anyway, Federal Trade was trying to ban toys from the advertisements of the cereal commercials because it was so successful. But now we're at a point where Kellogg doesn't really put anything in their cereals anymore. We don't get like the little toys or the little books, which some of my favorite childhood books came from like the Cheerios. So the question I propose to you today is, how can the cereal industry engage the modern audience? They did fantastic in apparently 1975 up to like early 2000s, because I remember getting like little Matchbox cars in like cereal and stuff. That was awesome. So I'm wondering, how can the cereal industry
I think what they're doing today is they're putting like scannable things so that you can take your phone, you can scan them and have a game on it. I think that's what they do now.
Oh. Huh.
I think I've seen that somewhere. Like, for example, this is a chip thing, but
Yeah.
Doritos has a thing that you can get experience for Call of Duty. Scan that in, or type in the code or something. You get free experience points in Warzone.
And that's chips. Okay.
That's chips. That is chips, but
How can they improve on how can they improve on the appeal to the modern audience? Obviously, in commercials, they've gotten better at making their cereal look healthier, cutting 30% of the sugar, which leads you to wonder how much sugar was in it initially, if it still tastes the same.
Oh, I think before it was just pure sugar.
Okay, so this is slightly less pure sugar.
Yeah.
But like, how can they live up to the point in 1975 where the Federal Trade Organization was like, "Hey, you guys are too effective in convincing children that
They need to put
cereal is
this.
important."
Specifically this. They need to put the Chimera into the cereal boxes. They have to make it so that's the entirety of the expansion, not just the ship. So it comes with all the upgrade cards, comes with... So you got your Grand Admiral Thrawn, you got Darth Vader, you got the Chimera upgrade itself, because that needs to be its own upgrade, so because you can play the Chimera as its own just standard Star Destroyer as well. You can play it as the Sovereign. You got your Captain Burnson, Governor Price. Those guys. You get all of them in your box of cereal.
So what you're saying is, if they put additions to modern popular board games, if they put expansions for modern tabletop board games in their cereal, that would really appeal to the modern audience.
What would appeal to me?
It appealed to you.
If it appealed to...
You are a perfect representation of the majority of the modern audience.
Hey, if they put one of these in its entirety into just any of the expansions, even one of the cheap ones, like the Squad Wins packs, I'd buy the cereal just for that. Even if I didn't like the cereal.
That's a good point.
And the Squad Wins are just like this. It's like one of these. They can afford that. It's just a small piece of plastic with another small piece of plastic in order to identify it as the proper Squad Win. Me no speak good. I can't say that word.
Congratulations.
If I say it slowly, I guess I can.
Squad?
Yeah, squad. Squad.
Referring to a group of 4.
Typically, I think actually the base thing here, or the core set, I think it has like the little models on that 3 or 4 little things on one platform.
Huh.
It's just this is supposed to be a Mandalorian ship, and the Mandalorian ships have been proven to be tougher in both the Clone Wars and Rebels.
Yeah.
Which I'm pretty sure
I haven't finished either series.
How far in to
Same as last time.
Same as last time.
You
gotta finish Clone Wars.
I did look at it the other day. I was like, no, I should probably finish this.
You gotta at least finish Clone Wars. Rebels you can skip out on.
And then one of the YouTubers I've been subscribed to uploaded a new video. I'm like, ooh. And then after that, I started watching The Chosen, which is a pretty good show.
Did you watch Loki yet?
That's out?
That's out. That released yesterday.
Oh, man, I gotta watch that now.
I'm not going to spoil it for you, but I will say I thought it was okay.
Oh crap. See, I don't know if you're just being monotone because you don't want to spoil anything, or if you're being monotone because it's a show that I'll start watching and then stop watching, similar to Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which I do want to finish that as well. I just
if you couldn't
finish that one.
How far did you get in Falcon and Winter Soldier?
You got pretty far, and I could probably finish it if I really set. Like if I started watching it again, I'd probably finish
Because I think like a little like the last couple of minutes are all right, but the last episode as a whole wasn't great.
Okay. They're giving me something to look forward to.
And for Loki, it's a go around where it starts off strong and then it kind of dips down. So my interest in the series as a whole, I'm like, because the big plot twist at the end of this particular episode, I kind of saw coming.
And here's the real question: will I see it coming? Maybe. Probably not, but maybe.
Do you remember how
I checked.
Endgame went?
Yes.
Then you'll see it coming. I don't think it was supposed to be shocking, actually.
Okay. Anyway, back to the serial topic, right? So, my thought for how they could engage the modern audience. They could do something technological, they could do something like with technology or social media, like teaming up with different like groups and different celebrities to get more people to buy cereal. But what I think would be the most successful is if they simply teamed up with like trading cards. Pokemon cards would be I think it would be a huge success if they put like a pack of Pokemon cards in some of their cereal boxes. And I believe that was a thing at one point. I'm not positive though. I feel like that may have been a thing. But if they had cereal boxes that had Pokemon cards, at least, according to what happened at McDonald's with our Pokemon card Happy Meals, they would sell out really quickly. And a lot of people.
Were they actual Pokemon cards in the Happy Meals?
They were legit Pokemon cards.
Really?
Yeah, legit. I have my.
Yeah, that explains a lot. Actually, now that I know that.
Yeah.
I'm like, now it all makes sense.
I don't have my wallet on me, but I have like 3 in my wallet. Since I got a discount, actually, I got a discount the first few nights, and I was basically just like getting enough for my aunt so that she would get what she wants. But they took away the 50% discount specifically on the Happy Meal during that time because so many people were buying Pokemon cards. And they also made it so normally you can buy just the toy if you really want to. They made it so you have to buy the entire meal because people were buying the entire box of Pokemon cards from McDonald's.
Did you get any good ones at least?
Yeah, we got a few good ones. At least ones that Joe was really wanting to get, and I'm assuming they were good. Yeah. But yeah, and then we got these little. I don't know why they didn't do this for Pokemon. But we had these little minion Happy Meals, right? And they were a ball. It looked a lot like this, except for yellow, right? They even had like a little circle here. It was a minion eye. They had the black band. They had the gray band, but this was yellow. And you open it up, right? And you get a little minion toy. But they even had. You could get lucky and get a gold or shiny minion. Why they didn't do that for Pokemon, I don't know. It would have been perfect.
That's
like
weird.
one pet peeve. It was like soon after Pokemon cards. They came out with the Happy Meals for the minions that basically look like this, but yellow with the minion eye in the middle. It was such a missed opportunity. Yeah, but
So what's the current Happy Meal
cereal and
now? Because
current Happy Meal, I think it's for the new Disney movie that came out like on the 8th.
What new Disney movie came out?
It was came out on Disney Plus. It's like a mermaid one or merman one or something. It has a name. Go to Disney Plus real quick. I'll find it.
I took my headphones for a second. What did you say?
I'm just trying to find the movie.
Oh, well, let's see. New on Disney Plus. What came out? Luca?
Yuka, yeah, I think that's it.
Well, it's either Luca or Loki, and it's definitely not Loki.
Yeah.
So I see Loki on here twice.
It's the one with. Wait, is there? It's the one with like the little kid who is like a mer person. For some reason, I can't find it on Disney Plus, even though it's supposed to come out the 8th, a while ago. Anyway, yeah, that's the
It June 18th.
June 18th.
Yeah, that's when it's supposed to come out.
So
So
I heard it's supposed to be the 8th of this month. Well,
we are in
I have a
June.
bit more time.
You
Yeah.
probably didn't hear the 10th part.
Probably not.
I'm aware my wall keeps disappearing. Before anyone says. So, do we move on to the next topic?
Probably.
What do you know about cookie cutter sharks?
Okay. Well, they are, they're smaller than normal sharks. I know that. And they are a shark. The whole need to swim thing. But the most important part of the cookie cutter shark is the mouth. I know they can chew through. I think they can chew through like more things. And I'm just looking up pictures of cookie cutter sharks on my phone to give you a better representation while I'm talking. But I believe they can chew through like stronger materials than normal sharks, like underwater cables and stuff. But yeah, cookie cutter sharks are.
Like they can chew through a rubbery substance like a wire on a sub. They can. Actually,
cool.
They took
I was
out.
right on that one.
They took out so many subs during the Cold War, I think it was. they took out, I forget the exact. They took out quite a few, and they were like, these guys have a secret. Like both sides were getting them chewing on the subs, and they were both like thinking about each other. Oh, they've got weapons that are neutralizing our subs. And nope, it was just a stupid little. It pretty much is just a parasite. It latches on and then eats what's there, and leaves a pretty big, like size of its mouth hole.
A cookie cut.
Yeah.
Hole in the victim. And their jaws are gnarly. Like what the crap? They're like bigger than their head.
It's nuts. They're no bigger than a pencil. Not much bigger than a pencil, I should say. They're bigger than a pencil, but not much bigger than a pencil. So if you get attacked by it, you'll be hurting. but you'll live.
Like, I don't know if you can see that, but look at that. That's a cookie cutter jaw.
You realize I had a picture one up anyways?
Yeah, no, we don't have the jaw.
I didn't feel like finding multiple pictures.
That's like, imagine that taking a bite out of your arm.
Did you read about them also attacking other sharks?
I didn't.
Yeah,
I knew about it.
If they find something that moves, they will eat it. That's pretty much... Like, most other sharks are smarter than that, and they eat, like, twice, maybe 3 times a week. Those stinking little cookie cutter sharks are nuts.
There's a picture of... here we go. This is what they did to a fish.
Yeah, they're gnarly little things.
Yeah.
I'm scared of
So
them.
yeah, that's... Yeah, that's... I knew a bit about... But I was mainly focusing on how the cereal industry could improve.
Like, I pretty much...
Really working on
I
the topic.
simplified enough so that I ran out of things to talk about them. I simplified that so that I no longer have anything more to say.
Oh, you know, contrary to popular belief, they are sharks, and sharks are fish. So,
What's your point?
pretty important information there.
I still don't see a point. What's your point?
Well, my point is that sharks are fish, and cookie cutter sharks are sharks. Therefore, cookie cutter sharks are fish.
Into parasites.
Just clarifying that. I'm overcomplicating that for the oversimplification you just did. Compensate. It's not working very well, because there's only so far I can go with that.
You know, I would like to point out we never described what this podcast was all about.
Wait, as a theme?
Yeah, the theme is life, cars, media, and just about anything we can think of.
That's right. And so far we haven't mentioned... Well, we probably mentioned life, but we haven't mentioned cars yet.
We got. That's the only thing we haven't done yet because we talked about some media, board games are media, Loki, Clone Wars.
You know
I'm
what?
just telling you to watch.
That's how we should discuss or choose our topics. We should have one person focus on life, one person focus on media, and one person focus on cars. Or maybe we should... Cars can't get that far with cars for that many episodes. Maybe one person's random, anything you can think of, and then the other two pick from the other 3.
You know, I had this idea. I couldn't do it tonight because I didn't have enough time. But I was gonna I was gonna have like a little break where we play a video, and the first video I had kind of almost ready was me talking about my car. So like,
Are you able to play that?
I think I can. It's just not. It's not fully ready yet, but we can try it so that we can set it up as a thing that we do in the future.
This is the first episode, so you know.
That'd be an interesting idea.
Oh, yep, there.
There it went.
Hold on. I need to add the window capture for it so that it can be seen. Add new source. Add source. Nope.
Oh, I like how we can see what you're doing. That's very considerate.
Ah, I'm so nice. So what is this thing called? The app is called Movies and TV. Will that appear here? Nope. let me remove this thing. See, this is why I didn't have it ready. The thing wasn't ready either.
Well, Tim's not even here, so that should give you some comfort.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to add it in a way so I got the audio will not quite match up with the thing.
That's unfortunate.
It is in Dum Dum. Rendered vids.
What you call me?
And then I'm going to make it. And of course, in this one, I was going to talk about the overlap, but and then I'm going to.
Is there a way that I can see the video too without...
And of course in this one I was going to talk about I can't hear you. Hold on. I was in the car and it was too windy. That's it. I was in the car and it was too windy.
What does the video entail now?
What did you say?
Nothing.
Okay, so everything is repeating on my end. On the live stream.
Oh really? So wait, you can hear it right now.
And of course in this one I was going to talk about the car, but
I was in the car and it was too windy. Really, that's it.
Yeah,
so
if I listen to the
what
live stream,
does the video
everything is
entail
repeating.
now? Nothing.
Even music.
Absolutely nothing. 'Cause I don't have time to. So wait, are you saying you can
work and then I gotta
I'm so
back and then
confused.
the podcast starts almost as soon as I get back from work. Next week, one of
I
the
can't hear a
others gonna do
thing.
it, and hopefully they have more time to prepare than I
Okay.
did. And actually get good audio for it.
I initially was saying I couldn't hear the video unless I was listening to the live stream. Then things were repeated.
Wait. Could you hear it or not?
Only on the live stream.
That's. How else would you have had it?
On up through Discord.
Oh no, I'm
but-
not that smart. I can't do that.
Okay. Even if it, but I started to, like when I listened to it, the sound of the video was repeating.
So it was going twice at once.
It may have been going twice at once, but I think it was like, are you able to hear it through your headset?
No. That's why I can't. Nothing. So wait, if I switch it to starting soon, then back to this, can you hear it on the stream? And of course in this one I was going to talk about the car, but I was in the car and
Okay, I
it was
can
too
hear on
windy.
the stream.
Okay, that's it.
So what does
So
the
we're talking
video
over it
entail
right now, then.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing. I can't hear
I
it
don't
at
have
all.
time to, because I gotta leave for work and then I gotta go back and then the podcast starts.
That
almost
is
as
so
soon as I get
back.
from
What's also
work.
really
Next week,
confusing
one of the other two's gonna
is,
do it, and hopefully they have
it's
more
just
time to
you
prepare.
talking, so
than
whenever
I
you
did.
are
And
giving me
actually get
instructions, just
good
kind of
audio
tell
for it.
if it's the video that's playing or you talking, and then I'll hear your instructions twice because of the stream delay.
Well, we played the
whole thing
video.
is very confusing.
Well, now that I know the stream can hear it, right, I can actually have one. I wanted to ask you and Tim to each do one so that we can do, like, we do, one person does one a week.
Specifically up their car, or just
About anything.
video?
Just anything.
Okay. Just a random video.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could try to do that.
It's like around a minute to 2 minutes to give us a talking break.
We need to be able to mute ourselves.
I can mute you.
Okay.
I think. I don't know if that for sure. So I don't know if I mute. Well, I can definitely on Discord and then mute myself.
Okay. We may want to test this on like a private live stream later to see if it works. Or something.
We're figuring technical difficulties, figuring it out live. That's what this podcast should really be called. Figuring out
That's the,
live.
That's a segment for a podcast.
That should be what the video segment's called.
Figuring out technical difficulties live. Oh,
We've hit the 1 hour mark.
yeah, we're going to try to keep it around an hour long.
I think for the first episode well, I think we should have tried to explain better at the beginning what the podcast really was.
We probably should have explained it before we started the live stream a bit better.
To each Well, you
Even
left
though
and Tim wasn't here.
I mean, I went to grab a notepad. Tim wasn't here anyway, so...
We're now at an hour and 1 minute. We went over an hour. No break. Just constant talking.
This has been our first podcast, first of many. First one's always a bit rocky, a bit bumpy. Hopefully we'll have things sorted out for next episode. And
I think I'll immediately be working on that, so...
sounds good. Do you need my help with any of that?
Tomorrow, can you stop by here so I can... After work?
Maybe, I'm not sure. I know I told someone at some point that I could do something that I get out of work at 6.
You told me
Is that
Monday. You told me
Okay,
Monday.
I told you. Okay.
Yeah,
I
'cause
wasn't sure if
it
it was
was-
you or Malachi.
Because I'm like, I got Star Wars Armada when I'm playing. You're like, no, I'm not doing anything. And I'm
Okay,
like,
yeah.
unless you told both of us, in which case you're in trouble.
No, I know I told one of you guys. I think Malachi asked me to come over on Saturday, and I said I might be able to, and then I didn't because I was tired. Because the shift was ridiculous. Anywho, I'll let.
What? I surrender. I don't know. Should we put this up on the website and then? Oh, do we just do we just delete this one and then go with the next one as the real fast one?
No. We keep this.
We keep this.
Put a lot of research. As you can tell from my notes, I did a lot of research.
You have not even a full page of notes.
Yeah, it's not a full page of notes because it would take me a long time to read a lot of notes.
Good for you. I keep saying now because it's been long enough that I've my brain's fried because it was kind of a what on earth is Tim talking about kind of thing. I could not relate to what he was talking about at all.
That's fair.
It was so much for my puny brain to understand.
No, not being in the food service industry makes sense.
I did retail for half of a year. That's enough.
That's not the same. It's not the same.
No, retail you can't hide from the customers.
That's fair.
They'll follow you into the back sometimes.
Yeah, I feel like at least in retail, I'm not positive. While you might get more angry customers.
Oh, I got at least if I was only there for open times for like an hour. They were only open for an hour when I was there. So I would go in at 4 a.m. to do all the restocking, and then by the time I left, they would open at 8. So it was a 4-hour shift, and I would leave at 9. So actually, it was a 5-hour shift. So I'd be there from 4 to 9, and then I would get just every single day I worked multiple angry customers. And then when I worked nights, it was worse.
At least none of them, wouldn't leave the store unless you gave them a free small fry because you couldn't eat in.
Oh, no. They want a lamp. They want their free lamp.
A guy came into our store and, because he couldn't eat at any of our seats, and this was something that corporate said. We have no control over this.
Oh, you
This was
you
before the
corporate.
rules. This was before the rules were like lifted, and like we still need to wear masks, and it's still fairly common for people to be like, "Hey, can't eat in here." Some restaurants still like were able to open it up. We still didn't. And then the guy was during one of our rush hours. The guy was just there yelling at us for like 20 minutes, saying, "I want my gosh dang free fries." And at first I thought it was like we messed up his order or something. And then after he left, my manager, I asked my manager like, "Why is he so upset?" He's like, she said, "Because he wanted to sit down and eat his meal and he couldn't sit down here." And for some reason he thought he was entitled to free fries because he couldn't sit down.
But that means everyone is entitled to free fries, and
Exactly, and so we would be out of fries, which is really annoying to, like, if that was an actual policy, and
you wouldn't have any fries left.
we wouldn't have any fries, and then people would be yelling at us, like, "How would you not have any fries?"
Well,
It is shocking the amount of people that get not physically, but pretty darn close to physically, like, upset because they can't sit down at McDonald's.
I hate sitting down. It's so filthy. Ugh.
Well, not anymore because no one sits down. Like,
Still,
It-
how do I
it
know?
is
How do I know
really
you guys are
shocking.
cleaning it? Because no one's been sitting down, so it's collecting dust. Still filthy.
no, we do clean it because the workers do. We can't use our crew room to eat anymore. We have to eat in the lobby, which only makes it more confusing for customers. So we have to eat in the lobby or in our cars, and then we have to go out in the sweltering heat. So, no, thank you.
It's been you know how hot it's been past couple days. high-
ridiculously hot and humid.
High
High
90s.
Yeah,
And
and it was humid. It was the
you know
first
what's
good
hot
day in
is?
3 days. But
The air conditioner at where I work is broken.
yeah, McDonald's doesn't have it. Well, it does have an AC, but you can't. You can never feel the AC at
You
McDonald's.
see, at least you have one.
We have kid. We have an AC. Do you see the quotation marks I'm making with my hands? It means it doesn't work at all. The grill, like just the heat from the grills and the deep fryers, and the body heat just overrides whatever benefit we get from the AC.
Oh no, you guys would be
AC
dead if you
does
didn't have
nothing.
it. You guys would just straight up be dead if you didn't have it.
Some of us have dropped dead. Some of us definitely felt like dropping dead.
Oh yeah.
A lot of water, but like our AC works, but there's no noticeable difference.
I've had just yesterday alone the equivalent. This was water, but it was like the equivalent of 5 of these in just 4 hours.
Yeah.
And that was only it was such a small amount because I was still very thirsty, but that was almost all the water in the big jug. I'm like, I don't feel like I should drink all of this water.
Yeah.
Give someone else a chance to get rehydrated. But then there's everyone else like not sweating that much, and there's me just sweat. I think I was leaving a puddle of sweat where I was standing.
Fortunately, we do have a walk-in fridge and a walk-in freezer. And yesterday, I got to stock the fridge and freezer, so I was okay for that. But my glasses did fog up immediately, so I had to go like this, so I couldn't really see anything when I was cutting open.
Did you have a sunburn on your face?
Okay. What?
When you took off your glasses, it looked like you were red everywhere but where your glasses were, so it made it look like you had a sunburn on your face.
I don't know. I mean, I'd definitely be getting
Or
more sun.
tan. It's either a tan or a
it's probably-
sunburn.
Probably more of a tan. There's also
On the camera, it looks like a
Um,
sunburn, though. Well, then if I
there's
hold
also
up my
no
I'm
AC
incredibly
in my-
white.
Well, I mean, This is very noticeable now. It wasn't too noticeable before I started going outside, like in the sun, but like it's extremely noticeable now.
I'm actually
So I've been
shining.
outside.
Like,
I also have prescription sunglasses now, so I've been wearing those a lot.
one side's. I am shining.
I don't have a light illuminating me from there.
There's the light's over there.
It looks like you have some reflection from that way.
There's nothing there.
There's no blue light over there.
No.
I guess it would. In the stream, I guess it would be over there. Wait, I'm confused.
For me,
anyway.
it looks like for me you're talking this way, right?
Yeah, that there's blue light coming from like your window-ish area. Is what it looks like.
Yeah, there's nothing. Do you want me to show you what's there?
Sure.
I'm moving it. It's off.
Huh. Well, it looked like there was a blue light shining from.
Alexa, set light to red.
Did it work?
Table lamp. Alexa, set table lamp to red. It set it to purple. That's
It
not
does
what I.
match you.
Wait, is it visible?
I think maybe a little.
Does my elbow look red?
It doesn't look red, but it did look more purpley before. So
It's because it set it to purple. It is red now, but if I set it to purple, it turned it on and went to purple. Alexa, set table lamp to blue. I love we're still talking just about random stuff. That should be the actual thing is we talk about whatever we feel like.
oh, everyone's going to bed at my house, and I need to get up at like 5:30 tomorrow. So
Oof.
I will see you maybe tomorrow afternoon.
Do you think we do a
Depends on-
do you think we do a video on the thing?
We could do a video on the thing.
I don't have every expansion I ordered yet. I ordered one for the Republic.
We only
not
have
the
two of
Republic.
us, so it should work. It's fine.
Well, no, because I've got.
Unless we invite Tim.
I meant Rebels, by the way. I ordered an expansion for the Rebels because I already have this expansion for the Empire. Because that's how the expansions work. Is you build up one side and you take it and you fight your opponents. What I want to do is I want to have like a solid Empire base and then a solid Rebel base and then move on to the Republic. I don't know if I want to do the whole thing and go Separatist as well.
So here's the real question: could you have the? Could you wait? Could you have? Wait, now I'm getting confused on who's who in prequels.
Separatists and Republic in the prequels.
The Republic is the Jedi, and the Separatist is the Sith.
Yep. Well,
so
Separatists.
could you have?
Separatist is Count Dooku, and then because they're both ruled by a Sith.
Oh, that's fair.
Spoilers, by the way. For anyone who hasn't watched those 20-year-old movies.
Imagine our one other viewer is like, I haven't watched the Star Wars movies yet, I can't believe it! Oh, he's probably getting to the third in the prequel series, and he's like halfway through, not quite to the point where you find out, and then we just spoiled it for him, poor guy. Anywho.
If he's watching in that order to not know who he is, like he's watching in the wrong order. Because the first one you should watch is the original. So you watch them in the order they were released. So you go 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. Except you can skip 7, 8, and 9.
7. Yeah, you can skip 7, 8, and 9, and then just go to the Clone Wars.
Oh no! Actually, that's what you should do. Is you should watch 2, then watch the Clone Wars.
And the Clone Wars.
Then actually you could skip 2. So you should watch 4, 5, 6. Then go back to the Clone Wars. You can skip the Clone Wars movie. Then you go on.
Yeah, I couldn't get through that. I couldn't sit through the entire movie of that.
The ending is worse than the beginning. Ahsoka was terrible. The only good thing I liked in the Clone Wars movie was Obi-Wan Kenobi. That was it. And eventually he just disappears from the movie, if I remember correct. Like, I like that one scene in the movie, I think this was the movie, where he's mixed in the... So, about my surrender.
Oh yeah! I do remember him saying that. Yeah.
You're
Focus
stalling. Oh no. I'm just making sure. I just want to make sure my troops are well cared for while in custody.
I do remember that.
That's like the only good part of the movie is that negotiation scene right there.
Well, I will talk to you later because I gotta go and wake up tomorrow.
Okay, have fun waking up tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.
I can't.